Okay, so this is part 2 of Dave's Christmas dinner. And so if you saw the gravy video yesterday, well, the gravy's got to go on something, hasn't it? So it's going on to a nut roast. Now, if somebody said to me 12 months ago I'd be making nut roast for my Christmas dinner, I would have said, you're the nut, not me. However, a year goes by and here I am. So I've basically got 2 bowls of ingredients and a little bit of liquid at the back. And just to briefly go through what's in let's call it the vegetable bowl. So I've got garlic, a peeled and cubed butternut squash, a couple of carrots, a leek, a couple of red onions, and then somewhere else I've got some herbs and spices which are actually going to go in there as well. There they are. And that's half a teaspoon of paprika, a pinch of flake chili flakes, and I think about a teaspoon of sage and oregano. So stage 1 is to dump the vegetable mix in a mixing bowl to saute it, a bit like I did with the gravy yesterday. So I'm just going to put this pan on. This wok comes really in handy for when you're doing a fair amount, because obviously it means more of it's exposed to the heat, or you have to put it in an ordinary frying pan or a cooking dish of some sort. It's not going to have quite the same results. So I'll just leave that for a second just to get back up to temperature, because it was up to temperature. I took it off so I can just start the camera, as it were. Let's just drop a little bit of something in the pan just to see. Oh, that's maybe not quite there. It should. Oh, that's looking good. Right, so it's all going in. The last few bits of the butternut squash. And I'll just saute this off and pause the camera, and then I'll go on to the next bit. Away we go. Okay, so there's the mix, as you can see, steaming, just come out the wok. So I'm now going to add into it. This thing here is a substitute for using eggs. So it's flaxseed mixed with water, which works just a bit like an egg white would as a binder. And in the bowl we have red lentils, breadcrumbs, chestnuts, all 1 cupful, a cup of mixed nuts. So there's well, I've got about half a dozen different sorts of nuts in the cupboard. So basically whatever you want to add in, cashews, Brazil nuts, almonds, all that sort of stuff. And you can buy just bags of mixed nuts from the supermarket as well. And then 5 sun-dried tomatoes, and then half a cup of dried apricots, half a cup of dried cranberries, and as I said, the flaxseed binder. Now all I have to do now is add that to that and turn it into a loafy thing that's ready to go into the oven. And the plan is, once I've got it into a tin to put in the oven, I'm just going to put it on one side and leave it till tomorrow. So the gravy's done, just needs to be warmed up. The nut roast will just need to be finished off, cooked in the oven for about 45 minutes, and then the last little bit of it is some amazing roast potatoes. And as I said in the first video, this is all thanks to an amazing vegan chef on YouTube, Gaz Oakley, AvantGardeVegan. So I can't claim any credit for any of these recipes. I'm just following his expert guidance. But if the if the nut roast turns out anything at all like the gravy did, I can't wait to try it. The last thing I'm going to make tomorrow are roast potatoes, which you might think, well, everybody can make roast potatoes, but Gaz has got his own little take on what creates the perfect crunchy on the outside, fluffy on the inside roast potato. So, have a great Christmas, everybody. I shall be up and about tomorrow at some point, doing the potatoes and then putting the whole thing together for my dinner. I think that, oh, well, I'll pause it and I'll see if I can turn this into something approximately